The city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a Wet n Wild CenturyLink field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
Let's go, D. Mike 40, check, he's coming. Hey, pick it up.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Brings up second.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's good.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson flushed out right. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson, and able to find Dorsett. Well, that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
With the handoff to Chris Carson.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Hey, watch the slant.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Steps away to his left. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. To throw is Stafford. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
A gain of 18.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down, Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, stay in.
Here's Dalvin Cook, 1,000-yard rusher last season.
Number 33.
Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
If they want a 1st, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
For the Viking field goal, a 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac.
It's caught inside the 25.
One play at a time. Here we go.
All the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
On 1st down, it's Carson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Meyer's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Stafford. And that is incomplete here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Dorsett. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Go. 50. Left pass. Gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Throwing is Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
That catch good for only a couple. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford being chased out left. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
The throw complete to Dorsett, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
One thing about the Seattle Seahawks offense, they are a run-first group, but when they throw the ball, they want to throw it downfield and sting defenses, and Philip Dorsett provides great speed and a good target downfield in order to get that done. Nice catch there. His speed adds an extra dimension to the Seahawks offense.
Now Wilson on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know,
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now Abdullah, the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Coming to you, coming to you.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Hey, watch
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. K.J. Wright, the one who shot in there to get him down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Dalvin Cook, the ball.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And some room to work. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Escaping the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. It changed. How about your respect? Giving more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
watch the screen.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
You ain't going nowhere.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the gun, Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And 2.
Check. Watch 54.
To throw again is Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run it again with Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Space to maneuver at the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 38, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact. When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight.
Field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
23 yards.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Minnesota.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
57 to Mike. 57.
Now Stafford. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. Alert.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
All day.
From the gun, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to air it out for... It's caught at the 10. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Seahawks 34. Vikings 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, it's Stafford. Over the middle to Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Throwing again is Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. 16 yards, a first down.
Minnesota.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
At the 3-yard line.
Stafford looks to throw again. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Stafford. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. That catch good for only a couple.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, here we go.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
That'll
if you were me, you do this too.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. This is Carson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3. Tonight's final.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.